Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery. Hey, 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. We'll talk about it every video. Vets, I don't know what else I can do to convince you that I love you and you have a place here. Don't fight this fight alone. We stand behind you. This community is with you. We back the blue over here. We support Leo. How you do that, Scab? We don't break the damn law. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. Well, today we're doing the Bps Knives the Adventurer. My guy Joe from Steel Forged and Fire Sword Enthusiast got this for me, and I love it. This is actually the second or third one I have. Actually, it's the third one. I gave the first two away. I tested one other. Nope, I don't think I've tested a full tang knife yet. This one I love, and I can go ahead and tell you now that the testing's done, it's awesome. BPS comes out to shoot with razor sharp knives. They just do. Like I said this morning, they're akin to a Mora or something like that. Now, it's only about an 1/8 inch thick, so you know you're not going to go down and chop trees down with it, but that's not what this knife's made for. Every knife isn't made for that. So what we did today was we did a lot of different tests. One thing we did, I kept going back to a 2x4 and just taking chunks out and slices off. You'll pardon the asshole going by in the 12-cylinder diesel truck there. Now, there we go, showing you the sheath, looking good there with the other 47 knives. Leather sheath, it's a dangler. It's really, really well made. And this knife is sub $50. Link in the description. Links are in the description. To Amazon. I think they have some in stock, and I'm telling you, if you're looking for a little companion knife, a little hunting knife, this is the one. It's super well balanced. It feels really, really, really good in hand. You see, we did some really hard downward throws. I threw this one probably harder than I've ever thrown many of them. I'm just telling you. Good balance, good feel to it. It is balanced there again. It's not built or designed for chopping. So we do some Donnie B all day drop tests, some Donnie B all day hard throw tests, Donnie B all day stab test. All come out swimmingly, no edge damage. Now, you say, Scab, why the hell would there be edge damage off of that? Well, sometimes when you get razor sharp knives, they got a little thin edge and they'll warp and they'll bend. I've got 3 cold steel knives that have done that to where almost beyond repair without changing the edge bevel on them. So that's why we do this. Now you'll notice this knife has no problem taking big, huge bites out. We get a little closer. I'll move the camera up here in a minute, but and see, like little light chopping like that, it's fine. The knife handles like a dream. You barely know you got it on you. I will say this: the handle's about 4.5 inches. My hand fills it up, but I've got probably, if I get a good 4-finger grip on it, 3 fingers touch the palm, and I have about a 1/2 inch left on the bottom. No jimping on it. Again, it is reminiscent of a steak knife, just a little sturdier built. For whatever reason, well, I'll tell you the truth, the handle is flush with the metal like it should be. It's a hardwood, but it's really done well. So when you plant your thumb back there to get a good grip, there's no riding, there's no sliding, there's no splintering, there's no roughness. It just feels really good. And y'all see how it's just getting these big bites. That's that 22-degree Scandi grind. When it was all said and done and I got done with my testing, of course I just threw the damn thing down there. I spent about 5 or 10 minutes just stropping it, getting it back in shape. I wanted to show y'all, some of my patented scab testing here. We just do dumb shit and call it a test. But it all has a purpose. Why? Because we want to, if you got to be able to cut wood, you got to be able to cut plastic. You need to be able to cut some kind of cordage. We do cut our thick toe strap. And this knife handled every single bit of it. I would say it is a good camp knife, a good hunting knife, a good fishing knife. It'll definitely be in the dry bag when we go kayaking. It can perform a ton of tasks. Now, you also have to bear in mind that it is not made for heavy, hard use. You're not going to chop down an oak tree. That ain't what the damn thing's made for. Y'all see right here on this toe strap, it just blew through it like it wasn't there, son. Throughout this entire video, y'all will see me go back to that board and just do some cutting. I wanted to test the blade throughout the whole thing, and that's what we did, and it held up pretty dang good. We did a good amount of testing today, really got some good testing, and I wanted to because, like I said, I've had 2 or 3 of the damn things, gave a couple away. The only knife that I've had from BPS that I tested that I didn't like was it was actually a stick tang. No, it wasn't a full tang. And it broke. And I just had that feeling from the giddy up. It was one of those sets that you put together yourself. And I just had that feeling. Now, I'm giving away a full tang BPS knife, not an Adventurer, but another one, in our raffle. And it's just as durable, just as sharp, just as good to go. Now guys, right here, I cut on this toe strap a ton. Again, was just trying to beat up the edge to show y'all it'll hold up. And we're going to go back and do a little more carving here. If anything, I would say this, it got a bit of a too big of a bite at times, and that's probably operator error. There goes the asshole in the 12-cylinder diesel. I hate that guy. I really do. I hate saying that about anybody, but he don't live on this anyway. We're moving on. Back to the testing. I'd like to stand and throw this knife at him. But, right here, you see again. Now, we've cut some cordage. And again, guys, you say, well, knife ain't going to do that. There's a bunch of knives under 50 bucks that you do about half of what we already done. And the steel's bent as dull as a damn butter knife. So, that's why we're doing this, and we cut a lot of wood. Plus, I'm trying to make a war club thing there, you know, because that's what I need to do at 50 years old. Figured it'd lead me to the light. Good Lord, son, I didn't know I was going to carve the whole damn thing here on the video. I really ought to edit these a little better. Now, here we did a little light chopping, just some wax there. It did okay. Like I said, nothing that you're going to write home about. The knife is just a little too light on the blade end, but it made some creases, and right here, being an 1/8 inch thick, it feels like it. I don't know what the heat treat or the Rockwell hardness is. I really don't, but I know that it held up well. It gutted it right there, and y'all can see how sharp the knife is. Got in there and did some fine work, and again, some more slicing. You're going to see that throughout this whole thing. We'll run a different test on something, and we'll go right back to slicing. I just figure it's a good way to show y'all and a good way to test the damn thing. So far, it's held up awesomely. Now, I will say this. The Schrade 36 Frontier was the other knife Joe gave me. I showed y'all that today on a Riding with Scab. I spent about an hour and a half today just working on the edge bevel on it. Not that there was anything wrong with it. I just wanted to see how sharp I could get it. I'll probably do another video on that here shortly, because these two knives, the Adventurer and that Frontier, are probably going to be ones that I use a lot in giveaways. I like them that much. I feel like they hold up. I don't want to give away a damn knife that just falls apart. Now, for every 500, our D-Bad Preacher is coming. It's on the way. We're about 3 or 4 weeks in, and right now we're sitting, I don't know, $13.90 something. So, you know, by the time we get to 1500, it'll be ready, and we'll give that away. But just our giveaways between the 500s, I'm going to use these knives. So I want to make sure that everybody's confident in it. I'll say this again. This is that fiber optic cable. Y'all know how we do. Got a great bite. Cut right through it like it wasn't there. It exposed the ground wire pretty easy on top. And then just cut some off the side to expose the fiber optic. Felt good in hand. And here's our toe strap again. I felt like this thing, if anything, if it was going to dull this blade or beat up on this blade, it'd be this right here. And the knife did pretty good again. I mean, it held up good. Some of this stuff is just me being goofy and filling in time and figuring out what the hell I'm doing, trying to figure out what tests might work better and all that. But you see right there, it just slides right through it. Now, at this point, the knife wasn't getting dull, but you know, we're doing a little bit of edge, banging on that edge a little bit. And we've done a ton of, this is a lot of use. Would I trust this knife in a survival situation? Yes. It handled every performance that it needed to. It comes with a ferro rod, and I do strike the ferro rod at the end. Now, I wanted to do a fire, but it rained today, and son, there ain't in Florida. The woods is wet here as it was. I could have gone and pulled wood out of the St. Johns River, and it would have been drier than what we had up here. So once it dries out, we hit a little dry season. I am going to do try to do a little fat wood thing. I'm going to try to find me a lighter knot and use that, which is fat wood in the South. Now here's some of that 550 paracord, and just doing a little different stuff right here, mainly because I thought it would look cool. It doesn't look as good as I thought it might, so you know, we'll strike this test, but it did okay. It did all right. Didn't do bad, you know. Live and learn, Scabber. Live and learn. And just, I guess I was flossing there. I don't know. Who the hell knows? Just go with it. We've still got 3 minutes to go with, son, so you're going to have to get with the program here. Now, I don't remember what we do next, and that shouldn't shock anybody. Okay, here's an oak stick. So I wanted to go away some from the 2x4. You know, you get the pressure treated stuff. You get, I mean, it's been sitting outside, but it's still fairly new, so it's pretty easy to slice. This oak tree, this oak limb's been sitting out there for probably 4 or 5 months. It's dead, it's seasoned, it's whatever the hell you want to call it. The Adventurer handled it really, really well, I thought. Sharpened it to a spear. I like having a good spear outside so I can throw it around, you know, throw it at the guy riding up and down in the truck. That's kind of what we do here. You see right there again, no problem. So I'm very confident with this knife. I'm getting better with smaller knives. I'd like to put this one up maybe against my Winkler and just give you a comparison. You can't do a versus, because at Winkler you just ain't gonna beat. But it would be a good companion knife. It would be, I'd say this is about a 5.5 inch blade. Now we're going to do some batoning. This is the part where I kind of held my breath right here, and it also shows I don't really know what the hell I'm doing when it comes to batoning. So I hit that about 15 times. Let's see, Scab. The point of this, there we go. Let's just do it this way, and that way, you know, batoning for dummies. There we go. The knife held up well. This one, like I said, I held my breath on. I was hitting it pretty good with that 3 or 4 inch diameter batoning log there. Now, right there, going back to some fine work. Again, guys, I highly recommend the knife. I'll put in the description, I'll put a link to it on Amazon if you care, if you're interested. I will say this, they sell out of them pretty damn quickly, but they seem to have plenty when I went today and was looking at the link and kind of looking things up, and I believe this is around $49, I think. So it's sub 50 bucks. Damn well worth the price. Now right here, see, it throws pretty good spark, man. I don't know of another knife I have that's got that really good 90 degree, that true 90 degree angle on the back. It threw some really good sparks here. Well, listen, guys, I love y'all. God bless y'all. I appreciate everybody, and thank you for the support and sticking with me. My guy Mikey, whom I love dearly, says it best. He always says, never give up, never surrender, and everything will be all right. And he's telling the truth. Well, guys, listen to me. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm off the next couple days, so we're going to put out plenty of content. I love y'all. I'm Scab. You're not. And I'm gone, son.